everybody, this is Ismortah. Sorry for the late start. A lot of delicate setup here. Want to make sure I didn't drop any minis, and there's many of a mini. Yeah, so this is my Sunday 9 a.m. Central board game stream, and today, as I originally planned last week, show you my collection for Star Wars Legion that I currently have for the Galactic Republic, which you see on this side of the entire game board on this playmat, and then on this playmat I have my Separatist army. And you know, if you like what you see, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. Again, VODs will be available here as well as on YouTube at Shadow Balance Games, and then updates to the schedule and content planned you can find on Twitter at Shadow Balance. So let me go ahead and open up the chats and show you what all I have here. My plan for today is to show you my collection and give you some really great shots of different armies. Both of these are standard builds for each army. And to show you in general what they're all about, what they look like. And future streams, I'll have individual strats for each army on actual how I build them, the upgrades I used, and tactics you can use while playing as well. All right. So everything looks good. Get a little bit of sippy cup. Make sure you can see everything. And so, like, I'm just gonna show you the general overview, let you point out some stuff, and then I'll do some really great screenshots of all the stuff as well. Don't you worry. A lot of close-ups. Move these guys just a little bit. Cool. All right, so again, this is Star Wars Legion. This is a game that I'm late on the bandwagon getting involved in just because it is a expensive game, you know, being a miniatures game, many expansions. And there's a lot of novelty you like to add to it too. The fact that, you know, have really cool looking playmats, have cool objects to place, and something I still want to do for this is get some rocks for the terrain, so you have line of sight and huge pieces you can go on top of and move around in as well. But yeah, so I got involved right when after the Clone Wars expansions hit, and this is my current builds. There's some exciting new stuff coming out still for the Clone Wars, which I may get a couple pieces to add to my armies, but like I said, what I have for both of these are full, I want to say 400 point builds. I have to double check whether it was 400 800, whatever the standard is. Like again, I'll get more details now on future streams, but yeah, they're both equally sized builds, and show you what I got here. All right, so starting, well, first of all, like these playmats you can get as well. You notice both these playmats, the Desert Ruins and the Desert Junkyard, when you combine them, you get this ginormous, seamless play experience, which is pretty cool. Like I said, on this side, on this playmat, is the Separatist army, and on this side is the Galactic Republic. So I'll start with the Galactic Republic. Actually, before I get that, last thing is these little pieces you see here are from the Priority Supplies expansion if interested, which adds some cool new pieces you can use as like objectives or just for scenery. And these here are barricades that you get with the core game. All right, so with the Galactic Republic, What I have here is stuff from the core set, being you get General Kenobi and Phase 1 troopers. And then I also got Phase 2 troopers, which you see here. And then I also got ARC troopers, which you see here. I have a squad as well as a strike force. And then the speeder bike is from also the core box. And so I have 2 squads of Phase 1s. Each of them have an additional unit as well as a minigunner. So you have a lot of people that can die as well as a lot of damage you can put out. General Kenobi's in the front because he really plays a tank role and supporting the troops. That's why he's out in front. And then the back, what you want to have to hold on your positions is Phase 2 troopers, but that also have a mortar upgrade to help fortify if people try to take something from you. Because this guy's slow moving, but you can hold a position just by having rain of fire, suppressive fire. The strike force have lean and mean because they have a sniper rifle, so they can get around and get some pot shots, is the idea. And then this ARC trooper force, as you can see, they all have backpacks as well as Rex. And they get in, fly over, sneak around objectives, and go bang, bang, pew, pew. The bike here is equipped with a sidecar as well as an ion cannon, so it can go by quickly and not only take out heavy armored targets like tanks, but also the fact that it's shooting against droids, it could disable droids as well. And these boxes here are also from Priority Supplies. I didn't point that out. In addition, these are like objectives you can hold, whereas these are like pick up and deliver. But yeah, it's just cool being a junkyard. It'd be like, oh, like kind of like on a Tatooine setting. You have the 2 bases, the controls. These you're trying to hold, those you're trying to take. It's pretty cool. All right, now into the Separatist army. Again, we have 2, I keep butchering these guys' names. The vehicle droids with the shields, Droids, I think it's Droids. So you have 2 of these, and these come in the core box, as well as General Grievous, and 2 B1 battle droids. So this is all core box. Then we have Count Dooku, who is leading 2 BX series droids that are in a strike force. The reason why I have this strike force is because these guys are all about getting up close. So they have vibro swords as well as they can lay bombs and throw grenades, everything at range 1. And of course Dooku wants to get in at range 1, slice and dice. So these guys want to sneak around and get in close. Whereas like the ARC troopers I have here with jetpacks, they don't want to get in close. They want to be able to sneak behind and around objectives to get pot shots. Whereas the guy gets pot shots at distance. So these are like really have strike force functionality. Whereas these here are basic like push and hold. And that's what you see here as well. You got push and hold because you got these guys, they have a lot of damage, but they're weak. But have them behind barricades and behind shielded units that can do a lot of damage, take a lot of damage. Then over here, just to create artificial holding points, is you have BX series droid commandos with shields. That way they can soak damage. And then you have the B2 super battle droids that are all around more toughness and can put out more damage than B1 for support, but be the second line. That way they don't initially get gunned down. And then to help soak some fire before they get engaged, the BX series you see also have a sniper upgrade also. It's sort of like, it looks like he's the running back behind the behind the front line, like in a football, sports ball. So, yep. And Grievous here, As you see, as I have him in a running position, he is all slice and dice. He wants to get in close and obviously get in someone's face. But he's also, he has, I spec him so he's surge. So he's supporting all of his armies. But when people get close, he can run around and flank, is the idea. Because this is such a threat that when people engage and he sneaks behind, people most likely aren't going to try to get after Grievous when you have all this firepower in your face. So that's general strat, general builds, what it's all about. Again, you can get, if you want to get what I have here, both these playmats are sold separately. All these objects are from priority supplies. If you get the core box, and I have 2 commander upgrades. So for each army, if you get the core box, 2 expansions, and a commander upgrade, you can build what I have. So core box, then you have the BX series upgrade, B2 upgrade, Count Dooku upgrade. So each have 3 expansions, core. Here you have core, ARC Trooper expansion, Rex Commander expansion, Phase 2 expansion. If you want to build what I have. And obviously I have a few more units that I've made on top of this because you get more models to what you see here. But both of these support a normal build for each army that you can just go and play. And like I said, I go into more details in future streams separately, so you can know how each play, where this just showed you what's cool and how you can get it. Of all this goodness. Just so you can see the level of detail. And I also match my upgrades with actually how I built the unit also, so to keep it all immersive. So like, for example, Rex doesn't come with a jetpack. I used a jetpack to put on Rex that we can fly as well because he can equip a jetpack. Now I'm going to be taking all sorts of shots. See, he's holding that mine, which is like a poison mine, and the vibro blades. Whereas, I forgot the guy back here who's another, special unit. He has that sniper. You got the B1s, but also have, he's holding binoculars. I don't have binoculars equipped, but you also need to specify who the leader is. So that's how you identify the leader. I modified Grievous a little bit so he can hold the cape and as well as 4 sabers, just because that's how he's iconic in the Clone Wars animated series. That I like the best. Pew, 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 pew. These guys also have a mode that you can have them be in roly-poly mode for moving, as haven't built those yet. They could swap in and out when they're moving, as opposed to stationary shielded. So you can see the sidecar with that ion blaster turret, and then the bike has its own blaster weapons as well. I'll get some shots from the other side. Start with ones that I haven't shown yet. Here are the B2 Super Battle Droids. These really remind me of like droids from like Captain Power, if you remember that from the 80s. Pretty cool. BX series. I changed some of these positions on the droids so that they're all pointing through the shield and have a little bit different pose. That way they look unique. My commander at the end, well, not commander, leader unit on the end here. And here's my quarterback, sniper. All right, so here's General Kenobi. Here we got my phase ones with that awesome minigun. And here we got phase twos with my mortar. See here? That's pretty cool. Like I said, this game I wanted to get into it for a long time, and I finally got a means to an end, and I haven't painted these yet. I haven't decided whether I'm going to attempt to paint these or actually get someone to paint them for me, or just keep them as is. But it's a fun game. There's the whole hobby part of it, that you're building it, and then if you want painting it, then also there's just the strategy of just building the different squads and the min-maxing, and then of course the whole strategy of when you're actually playing the game, how do you make those decisions? When do you play your commander cards? And all that jazz. Get some more cool shots of these guys. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Hope this wetted your whistle. Like I said, it's pretty tight. A lot of cool units, and even when you play both factions, they play a little bit different. At least how I have it assembled. Like this, you have really weak guys, but high numbers. You have guys who want to rush in close, and guys who want to hold. These guys want to sort of tuck together. Obviously, Grievous is a beast, but he's also, both of my commanders are pure melee, so you want to be able to sneak around. Then you have a bike, which is fast, can disable a lot of stuff. You have this guy, which is like just a grand army that can push and hold, take damage. You got guys who can fly over stuff, but these guys, you want to get in close, sneak around, drop bombs to surprise. Then of course, got some sniper action on both. Yeah, a lot of cool tactics. And a lot of different ways you can build this based on playstyle and what you expect the enemy to do. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you liked the pretties. And like I said, more to come. Expect a future stream for each faction separately on how I play each of these builds and the cards I use for the points and when you activate certain cards. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. And I'll catch you next time.